Sounded like it came from...
We've got a debtor here.
It's too late to run!
Access granted. Access granted. Access granted. Access granted.
Not if this UN resolution goes through. Not with the builder
Access granted.
Tell me that a militant group of pro-human activists...
Access granted. Access granted. Access granted.
Don't lie to me! I don't want to hurt you. You're a civilian. But I will if you don't give me a choice.
If you didn't want to hurt anyone, you should have stayed home tonight.
Oh, look! Seraph's attack dog! You're here to clean up before the police bust in?
He thinks we're breaking the law.
Shut up! All you body polluters break laws. You're all the same.
You're gonna have a hard time convincing people you're any different once they hear you had an AUG on your team.
What?
I found your attack dog in the factoring labs, trying to cut through security with his implanted hackware.
Nice try, Cholo. But I would never let one of you freaks on my crew. Back off, Hunter! I got business to take care of, understand? If what you say is true, and I'm not saying it is here, but I gotta I gotta check things out. So me and la vieja, we're leaving.
You know I can't let you go with her.
Stand down, Hanser. I told you, stand down or this bitch is dead.
Bullshit. You're bigger than that. You don't kill civilians.
Damn right. I'm a decorated vet, and I won't be jerked around. I need to find out who's behind this, and right now the boss lady's my only ticket out of here.
Listen to me. Whatever's going on, it's big. You've got a better chance of getting to the bottom of it if you work with me. But I can't do a thing until you let her go.
Are you stupid? I don't work with dogs. God, you must think I'm some kind of moron. And who can blame you? Because it's exactly what it must look like to everyone right now. Trapped in here by the cops, and my only option is to take a hostage. How screwed up is that?
You're doing better than you think. You're still standing, and that's more than the hacker was expecting. You said you're a vet, so I know you've got the balls to handle this. You don't need the civilian to get you out of here.
You got a good point there. But still, there's no way I could put my trust in you. You're on the same side as the cops. They got me completely surrounded and there's nothing I can do. I'm all alone in here.
The only thing the cops are focused on right now is the safety of the civilians. Same as you. You've risked your life to do what's best for other people. You're not some drive-by banger.
You're right. I'm not. One of your kind tricked my brother into manipulating me. And I have to make sure that they get what all can openers deserve. I'm not wasting any more of my time arguing with you. Out of my way, you freak.
You've got more honor than the man who betrayed you. You're not gonna let your brother down like this. The hacker was expecting civilians to be in the building tonight. You were supposed to take hostages and force the cops to silence you permanently. But you're smarter than he is.
It's so obvious. Can't believe I didn't see it till now. He thinks he can just lead me to my death? Think again, cabron. Get out of here. I did what you wanted, so let me go. I got Blade here too, I say.
I've got as much interest in finding out who's really behind this as you do, cabron.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll owe you one. But I promise you this, someone's gonna pay.
Are you still there?
Adam! Adam, what's happening? What's your situation? Adam!
Sanders is gone, boss. But I'm pretty sure he's just a dupe. Somebody else set this up.
Damn it. Okay, I want you back here now. The admin building has a rooftop terrace. Meet Farida on it.
What about the hostages? Shouldn't I?
There's nothing you can do, son. So I couldn't save them.
Access granted.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Just a little shaken up, but what about the other hostages? My husband was with them in one of the assembly labs, and I overheard talk about a bomb.
I'm sorry. None of the other hostages survived.
No. No! It can't be true! Where were the police? Why didn't they come in? They could have saved him!
I'm sorry.
Way to secure the terrorist leader, Jensen. Gonna lose the bastard!
Put it away, sir.
Not quite what you signed up for, is it, Jensen?
Excuse me?
Sneaking into your own factory to hide stuff while the boss holds the cops at bay? Don't get me wrong, I love Mr. Seraph. I just hate it when contracts become more important than people. I thought you did too.
It's not my place to judge, Malik.
Okay then. You ready to go?
Yeah, get me out of here, Malik.
Your wish is my command. Climb in. New orders just in, Jensen. The boss wants Pritchard to examine the Typhoon ASAP.
Copy that. Thanks for the lift.
No problem. Hey, and Jensen, I just wanted to say, new look suits you. Like you haven't missed a beat at all.
Thanks.
So, how's it feel? Being augmented?
Excuse me?
Don't take it the wrong way. I mean, I've got a few neuro enhancements myself. Discreet ones to help me fly better. But I chose to get them implanted. You didn't. Now that you had a chance to try them out, what do you think?
I'm not gonna lie and say they didn't come in handy back there. But like you said, I didn't choose to get augmented.
So it'll take some getting used to. I get it. But don't be surprised if the boss keeps pushing you to get more.
Why? What do you mean?
You know how he is. He thinks augmentations are the be-all, end-all of everything. And he can't understand why someone wouldn't want to become more than human.
Megan used to say the same thing.
I'm not surprised. The research she was doing was pretty damn inspired. Might have convinced a lot more people to give what we make here a try.
If that bastard hadn't killed her.
Listen, Jensen. I know you want to find the men who attacked us, and so do I. If I can help in any way, all you gotta do is ask.
Actually, there is something. I want to know about the first attack.
Fine. Ask away.
You were there that night. What do you remember about it?
That it was chaos. First, everybody figured there'd been some kind of accident, but Pritchard couldn't get a good visual and communications were haywire. Then we heard the explosions. By the time anyone knew what had hit us...
They were gone.
Whoever they were good, Jensen. Special training good.
Did anyone else see them? The men who attacked?
Not well enough to get a description. Pritchard got some fuzzy images off one of the intellicams, but his tapes were all confiscated by Homeland Security.
Homeland? I heard Homicide passed it over to Special Investigations. Detroit Special Investigations.
They did, for the first month. After that, all I really know is the case is still pending, and Mr. Seraph is not pleased.
I've been thinking about why they attacked. What they were really after.
Isn't it obvious? They didn't want us going to Washington.
No, that was just timing. Hearings can be rescheduled. Somebody else can present Megan's findings.
I don't think so, Jensen. They took out her whole team. Declan Faraday, Vasily Savchenko, Nia Colvin, even Eric Koss. The labs their bodies were found in.
Were burned to a crisp. I know.
The only reason you weren't caught in the fire was because that retaining wall came down. Saved your life, believe it or not.
So the whole attack was just to destroy Megan's research.
Sure looks that way. Mr. Seraph is hoping to reconstruct it, but it may take months. If he can keep us solvent that long.
I'm gonna find him, Malik. one way or another.
I believe you. And just so you know, when you do, I've got your back.
I appreciate that, Malik, but right now...
You've got to get the Typhoon into the tech lab, right. See you later, then. Oh, and Jensen, the boss wants a face-to-face debrief in his office once it's secure.
Roger that. Good night, Malik.
I think it's disgusting how public opinion has turned on David so quickly.
Talks all over the office, Mr. J.
Keep attacking him.
I don't buy for a second he was with Purity first. I think someone slipped him into Sanders' room.
Well, well. If it isn't Attila the Hun, fresh from the killing fields. If this is about the Typhoon, I'll get to it in a minute.
Now, Pritchard. I didn't risk my neck to have you lose it in a pile of CPUs and scuzzy adapters.
Well, look at you, using the big words. Don't think just because you hacked through the plant security system so fast that you're an expert on everything computer. There's a reason I can't examine the Typhoon yet.
Do tell.
For your information, I am running a diagnostic sweep on our network and router security to find out how Sanders' hacker got a hold of our codes.
I'd have thought the first question to ask is, whose codes were they? Unless you already know.
Stick to kicking down doors and shooting people, Jensen, and stop trying to do my job. I guarantee you we'll get along better that way.
What do you think they talk about?
David and Hugh Darrow?
Really? You've been watching CON.
Bill Gates and Steve Jobs talk about it.
I'm trying to convince him to come out of hiding and make a statement that would be all right.
I'm telling you, Hugh, he might not have put the gun in Sanders' hand, but it was Taggart's speech to the UN that started all this.
William Taggart is nothing if not a shrewd political operator. You know that, David.
So for the sake of appearances, I have to look him in the eye and let him bullshit me?
With a smile. Always with a smile. We'll talk later.
You wanted to see me?
Yeah, how you feeling?
I've had better days.
Well, when we're done here, check him with Dr. Markovic at the limb clinic downtown. Get her to get a checkup.
If you insist. Listen, about Sanders?
Yeah, about Sanders. What the hell were you thinking? Letting him slip away like that? I sent you in there to take care of things.
And I did. The Typhoon is safe. Sanders didn't know about it. He didn't even know his hacker was augmented. He's not the mastermind behind this, boss.
So you cut him a break? The man broke into my facility and took hostages at him. I thought you were ready for this.
I am. Today's attack was just a shell game being run by somebody else. I intend to find out who and why, so that it never happens to anybody again.
Good, 'cause so do I. That hacker in Sanders' group, you're sure he was augmented?
I pulled his cables out myself.
Yeah, well, the police are saying he's not, and they're refusing to let me see the body, no matter how much money I threaten to pull from their retirement fund.
Maybe someone else is offering more. So what do you want me to do, boss?
We have to get a look at the corpse. You still got friends on the force. You think one of them will let you into the morgue?
Depends who I run into.
Get over to the station and find a way inside. Because if that hacker was augmented, his neural hub might tell us who he was. Contact me when you've gotten a hold of it.
You got it.
Hansen?
Really? You've been watching CON.
All they do is watch Picus and listen to the one-sided
Mrs. Reed?
Ah, Adam, I'm sorry you startled me. And please, call me Cassandra. You and Megan were together long enough. I was waiting for you.
Out here? Why not come meet me inside?
I don't know. I guess I'm just not ready. This is where you work, but to me, this is also the place where I lost my daughter.
I know what you mean. It's never been the same for me either.
I guess it's not meant to be easy. It seems there's just no right way to deal with something like this. And I can't even begin to imagine how things have been for you after all you've been through.
Yeah. A lot of things changed 6 months ago.
I can't get over how much they've changed you. At first, I couldn't even believe you were still alive. How do you handle all of this?
They did what they had to do to save me. And in a way, I can do more now than I ever could.
I'm glad to know you take it so well. Many of us wouldn't be able to cope so easily with such traumatic changes.
Can I ask why you wanted to see me?
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. I'm here about Megan. About what happened to her. Or rather, about the investigation into what happened.
What about it?
Well, simply put, I feel something is not quite right with the way the case was handled.
You think there was some foul play involved?
I do. Call it mother's intuition. But when speaking to some of the investigators, there were a lot of inconsistencies. And then I met this detective, a man called Chase. He agreed things weren't handled by the book, although he has no proof.
And now you want to find out more?
I'll never hear my daughter laugh again, Adam. I'll never get a call from her to ask how I've been, or have the chance to ask her about her day. She was stolen from me. However unjustified this all is, I still want to know why it happened. I can see why she loved you. Not even that degree of mechanical modification could change what she saw in you. Please, will you help me find out what really happened to her?
I never got a chance to investigate the attack myself. I'll look into it.
Thank you. This means the world to me, Adam. Really.
The first thing I'll need to do is meet with this detective, Chase.
Good. He works part-time as a security guard in an apartment building on Brooklyn Court. I'll be waiting for you in your apartment lobby once you're done.
Why does a detective need to work part-time as a security guard?
Oh, he retired soon after the case. I don't really know the details. Maybe he'll tell you more.
I'm on it.
Hey, just put it away! Hey, just put it away!
Without the weapon, sir.
Josie Thorpe. She's the plant manager.
Right, Josie. Yeah, I met her. What happened?
I heard the leader of the terrorists had a gun to her head, but Jensen talked him into letting her go.
Please report to your office. Adam Jensen, please report to your office. Adam Jensen?
Jensen, remember me? No. Anyone's too desperate. Hey, Jensen. Man, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're back. How are you holding up?
I manage.
I'm sorry about Megan. I know it must be hard. For a while, we thought you were a goner, too. Everything's going to shit. The attack on HQ, and now this mess with the factory.
Yeah, tough times all around. How about you, Corella? You okay?
I don't know. I fucked up. I mean bad.
What happened?
Well, a couple of months ago, me and Tyndall, you know, one of Pritchard's techs, we started sneaking out some neuropozyne from one of the labs.
Jesus, Tim. You realize this could get you fired. Worse, arrested if the company chooses to prosecute. What were you thinking?
I know. It's complicated. I didn't want to do it at first, but there were good reasons. Anyway, now I want out, but Tyndall has security footage of me stealing the stuff and says he'll expose me if I ever stop helping him. I'm in a bad spot, Adam. I need that footage back. I know you're busy with everything that's going on right now, but I could really use your help.
All right. Tell me more.
Really? Wow, thanks, Adam. I thought I was done for. The security footage will probably be on his apartment computer. Meet me in front of the subway station parking lot once you get a hold of it.
Care to give me a few more details on exactly what it is you want me to do?
Oh, yeah, sure. The footage will probably be in his apartment. On his computer, maybe.
So what? I just look him up in the phone book?
His apartment is near Brooklyn Court. It might be tough to get in because his building has a large security gate protecting it.
Well, that's just great.
Hacking the security gate is possible, but would require advanced hacking skills. You might have to look around for an alternate path. Maybe use the fire escape or something.
Ah, ah.
covering the typhoon.
Hey, Jensen, glad to see ya. Damn it, now I sound like his girlfriend or something. Hey, Jensen. Man, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're back. How are you holding up?
I manage.
I'm sorry about Megan.
Yeah.
This whole thing just brings back bad memories. I love working here, but it's hard knowing that at any second...
Mr. Jensen, is it true that the leader of the terrorist cell got away? Guess you weren't as ready as Mr. Sarif thought.
I'm sorry, I really can't
Jensen,
talk right now, Mr. Jensen.
Heard about you.
I'm still in shock over what happened at the
You were a
Sarif
good cop
plant.
by most accounts. But you're lucky you got out.
I don't really have anything against it.
Keep that weapon holstered, sir. We've had enough action for one night.
Well, shit. If it ain't the captain himself. Mr. Sarif done fixed you up good, ain't he? Give you new set of glasses and everything. Damn.
How you doing, Letitia?
Didn't think I'd see you walking this boulevard anytime soon, that's for sure. Not after what happened 6 months ago. People said you's down for the count.
People tend to underestimate me.
You and me both, Captain. You and me both. You got any credits you could spare?
Here. It's not credits, but...
Mighty kind, Captain. Mighty kind.
I wish I could offer you a drink dish, but I know you only like Hop Devil.
Oh, that's all right, Captain. It's the thought that counts.
I wish I could offer you a drink dish, but I know you only like Hop Devil.
Oh, that's all right, Captain. It's the thought that counts.
How about you give me some information, and then we'll see.
Oh, damn, Captain. You ain't no cop no more. Why you gotta insist on using them rules?
Because it's my money this time, not the department's. You want it, you better give me something that's worth it.
Yeah, I guess. So what you wanna know?
I might need to do a little trespassing soon. Maybe get inside some places where I'd rather not be seen going in.
You being kind of vague, Captain. But maybe it's best I don't know the Pacifics.
You got that right.
What I do know, though, is that most people tend to look down, not up. And even when looking down, they don't necessarily think about what's under their feet. If a person ain't too squeamish about getting dirty, they might be able to get inside one of the more sensitive areas in the city. Especially if they arm themselves ahead of time with the right information. Interesting thing about the sewers in the city, Captain. Some of them pass right under the police station, but that don't stop some people from hiding things down there.
What kind of things?
I was not sure, but a bunch of them walls been patched over pretty quick. Man like you might be able to find out why. Especially if he's fixed up with some of the magic eyes that sees through stuff. Mr. Sarif has to make eyes like that, don't you think? Interesting thing about the sewers in the city, Captain.
What kind?
I was just guessing here, Captain. But since you ain't a policeman no more, maybe it's a bit hard to get you inside that police station some days. Especially when things are being classified. There is a door I know about, though. Connects to the sewers. Only thing is, is usually locked.
Hate to tell you this, Tish, but that information isn't worth the admission price you're charging.
That's 'cause I ain't giving you the code yet. Jeez, Captain, have some patience. $25.99. 2599. Now, I's not advising you do this. You's being an AUG and all. But if this trespassing you's needing to do happens to be inside D-Row, street gang territory, then yous definitely don't want to be seen going in.
Because the ballers would sooner rip me apart than ask questions.
Exactly. You being an AUG now and all. But some of them old buildings over there are real crumbly up near the top. Fire escape's still okay though. So maybe you find a hole, get you inside if you goes up.
Keeping my fingers crossed the whole time that the building doesn't fall apart on my way down.
Oh, they stronger than you think. But it's true. You might want to invest in some of Mr. Sereth's falling down augmentation before you goes in. 'Cause I'm pretty sure them elevators don't work.
You've always had a good feel for this city, Tish. What's the mood on the street these days?
Oh, things ain't looking good, Captain. People losing their jobs, their homes, locking everything they's own into those garage door storage units round town, hoping nobody breaks in and steals stuff. Mr. Sereth gonna save us? He better do it soon.
Or what?
Not sure. Just feels like this whole city's waiting to explode, especially in the alleys behind the gas station. Most of the time, you's fine walking there, long as you don't cause no trouble. But you do something wrong, well, cops and punks both trigger happy these days.
It's been a while since I walked the beat. Where would a less than exemplary citizen go these days if he needed to acquire some unlicensed firepower?
Well now, I hear there might be a gun seller or two around town. But an adventuring man, especially one fixed with some of that fancy techno limbs Mr. Sereth makes, he might be able to acquire a few more if he's willing to go the extra mile. Shit, Captain, that all you got? I was you, I'd look for some bright lights coming out of the windows of a boarded up gas station nearby, and a bodyguard maybe hanging around.
Fine, I'll bite. Tell me about this extra mile.
You hear about the protest at Lim today? The one ass was about to get all violent till Mr. Sereth's factory stole all the news.
What about it?
Rumor has it, somebody wanted to make sure it got to Miss Eliza's attention. Maybe had a shooter in a high place somewhere, looking down on the Lim Plaza, aiming to turn things up a notch. Didn't happen, 'cause the factory, but you never know. They might have left something behind.
Unfortunately, that's up.
Oh, me.
I think I've got all the information I need right now, Tish. Maybe next time.
I be's right here waiting for you, Captain.
Why do some people feel they can just walk up there and walk over again?
Grayson hooked me up with some real tight merch. What you need, player? Cause I know where you can cop some goods. If you want some. Grayson hooked me up with some real tight merch. Those UGG lovers get in my face now, I'm ready to pop.
Grayson? Where he at these days?
Yo, where you been, man? He been running shit through that abandoned gas station for weeks.
Oh, word? I wanted to get some upgrades for my Zenith 10 mil.
He can hook you up nice, man. If you go, tell him I sent you. I want a discount next time.
Word.
She told me you might have information regarding Megan Reed's case and the attack on Seraph headquarters.
Oh boy, what a mess. Total pissing match. We had the feds on our ass. Reed told me you used to be a cop. There's always cases officers taking shortcuts. But this was different.
Different how?
Too much stuff got overlooked. People seemed way too eager to jump to conclusions, and every time I was insistent, I got turned down by ranking officers. People wanted to bury this thing fast. That's never a good sign.
Surely you have something more substantial than this.
Yeah, well, that's where you come in. I got a couple of leads I could never fully investigate. I started poking around, but these government-type agents just get months away from retirement. I didn't want to fuck things up. But you obviously have the means to get to the bottom of this.
So what have you got?
First off, there's a rumor that the order to close the investigation came from higher up, maybe even outside the local department. Anything like that would have passed through Captain Penn. There might be traces of this left on his office computer.
Guess I'll have to pay a visit to the local precinct.
It's Chet Wagner. He's not what you call a choir boy. And when he suddenly got brought on the case, I got suspicious. Sure, he tampered with some of the evidence. You should talk to him. Find out what he knows.
Okay, I'll have a little chat.
He got retrograded from his conduct, and he takes depositions now. He won't budge easily, but I'm pretty sure it's on the alley right next to the station. The code is 4891. But I know an outside... back here with details. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad to help. But the less I know about this case, the better I'll feel.
Why retire from the force only to become a security guard? I mean, it looks like you still love the work.
I love the idea of being a cop. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to join the force. But I just got fed up. It's not like I had imagined it. It's a job. Some people are good at it, while others just don't care. And it shows. This case, the Seraph case, it was just the last drop in a cup already full.
You said an outside agency may have tampered with a storage locker. What did you mean by that?
Well, I've seen, I've heard that government agents may have locked up some of the more sensitive evidence in a safe inside the locker.
Come on, Chase. What are you not telling me?
Damn it! Okay, listen. I snooped around that locker before and found the safe code. But I kinda got caught by one of those guys. He knows I know, Jensen. If I give you the code, they'll know I talked. Call me negative, but I can't think of a nice outcome to that.
How did you get assigned to this case?
I didn't push for it, if that's what you mean. To be honest, I didn't want to get involved.
Why not?
I was an honest cop, Jensen. I always tried to conduct myself in accordance with the law, with procedures, and what I believed was right. Not really the standard MO for a case like this.
That's all I need for now.
Access Access granted.
Thinking about getting my pit. Don't be listening in to me and my crew, man. Somebody might think you're a narc.
Word to the-
I'm thinking about getting my pit bull augmented. Get him some cyber paws, cyber fangs. Thinking about getting my pit bull augmented. Get him some cyber paws, cyber fangs. What do you call that?
Copyright.
Yeah.
City is one big gutter and always will.
You think this is bad? Wait till the UN passes that list.
Look at you, man. Another sucker who bought a bunch of crap you never really needed.
Look at you. What are you, a goddamn super soldier or something?
Get that
I heard
shit
about
out
them
my
on the
face.
radio. Lazarus,
Shove it up
shit.
your ass.
Not like that, Eliza, bitch.